So, after 2 bad games, the Penguins finally get back in the winning track. They beat Boston in overtime, and then they come back and beat Toronto in overtime. Blake Comeau gets a Comeautrick, which is just a hat trick, but Comeautrick sounds cool. And Sid, the kid, who is no longer a kid, gets an 800th point on the overtime winner against the Toronto Maple Leafs, which is not that unusual because teams always seem to do well against Toronto. So yes, this is another one of those 2-in-1 videos I'm going to be doing a lot lately because, again, I've just been really busy. So, yes, they come back, play a great game against Boston, back and forth action, fantastic game. Crosby to Gino, in back of the net, in overtime, bang, 36-second in. And that was a great play by Letang to join up on the rush and get in the rush, which is something we never saw with Dan Bosma. I love how Mike Johnston, MJ, as I like to call him, is activating his D, making them join up in the rush, making them create offense, and it gives another look to the team, which we did not previously see, which is awesome. And when those three guys are coming down on you, good luck stopping it because you can't. That's why I would love to see 3-on-3 overtime. Can you imagine Crosby, Malkin, Letang just bursting down the wing in the rush? Bang, 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 in the net before 3-on-3 overtime even starts. Not many teams can come up with a counterpunch to counter that. So that was beautiful. And then the next game. Oh, and also that game, Fleury also got his 300th win, becoming the third youngest goal in NHL history, and one of the fastest goalies to do so as well, doing it just before his 30th birthday, and he is now 30, so happy birthday, Flower, and congratulations, Flower, which I thought was pretty awesome. And he got a nice little bit of shaving cream in the off-ice interview, courtesy of Craig Adams, and man, that looked like it stung big time. And then the next game against Toronto, the Leafs come out for the flying start, 2-0 lead, 26 seconds into the game. Blake Comeau from Malkin and the tank. Boom, Bernier doesn't see it. He has a bad habit of letting in early goals. And again, a little bit later on the power play, boom, Malkin again, the tank, Crosby, tic-tac-toe in the net. And the Leafs have had actually a pretty good penalty kill this year, but I mean, the power play is like a video game. Like, you can't stop it. There's so many options. You never know what they're going to do because they do something different all the time because it's so fancy. And it was beautiful goal. But the Leafs come back, tied up. Leo Komarov with 2 goals. That line of Kadri, Santorelli, and Komarov was the Leafs' best line by far all night. They were able to contain Crosby a little bit, and by contain, I mean he only got 2 assists, so it was relatively quiet, but that Malkin was free to do his own thing, work as magic, and he had 3 points. He was a machine that game. And then the Penguins give up a 2-goal lead, but because as we know, that's the worst lead in hockey. They allow the Leafs to come back, tie it up. Blake Comeau quickly gives the Penguins a lead again. And then Tyler Bozak, with the shorthanded goal, flies past Letang after Crosby makes an egregious turnover, which doesn't usually happen with him. Tries to hand pass it back to Letang, but Tyler Bozak picks it up, bursts it all alone onto Letang, and Letang almost got him. So Bozak to be able to burst around Letang, be one of the fastest even in the league, that's pretty impressive. He's got to have some skill. And as a fan living in Toronto, I'm not a big fan of Tyler Bozak. He's a very controversial figure here. But one thing he's able to do almost better than anyone is one-on-one. He's just so good at going one-on-one in breakaways. That's why he's so good on the penalty shot and so good on shorthanded, because when he gets speed to burn, boom, he's going down. He's just really good with that open ice. So that was a great goal by Bozak. And the Penguins have now given up 4 shorthanded goals, which is tied for most in the league, which is way too many. Even the power play is clicking at a historic rate right now. They're not getting the power plays that they were, and when they do get them, they're giving them shorthanded goals. Even when they are scoring, it's canceling each other out. So they gotta watch that, not giving up shorthanded goals, because that's definitely a big issue. So we go into overtime. Third period was pretty boring. Not many shots from either team, although there was a bit at the end where the Penguins were pressing and scrambling, and Kadri was actually doing a great job in the defensive zone, despite what his critics say. That line did a fantastic job at not allowing the Penguins to score. Ehrhoff, Crosby, Malkin, so many chances. And we go into overtime. 2.5 minutes left. Crosby standing in front of the net. Comeau slaps it. Bing, in the net. Crosby does not touch it, but because he passes it, he gets the assist for his 800th point. Letang also assists. Comeau gets the hat trick. Hats rain down. And Penguins win. and they wear their third jerseys, and they look amazing. Another solid effort from the Penguins, although they did not play a full 60 minutes, they still won, which is always nice to see. And they go into the next games feeling pretty good about themselves. And 2 relatively easy games against Carolina. Or are they? Well, we'll have to find out in my next video when I film it, which will probably be later tonight. Please like if you like this video, subscribe if you like it, tell with all your friends, share with everyone, and I'll see you after the back-to-back home and home series against the Hurricanes, where Jim Rutherford takes on his old team and Brandon Sutter also takes on his old team. Alright, that's all for now. Bye. Just another thing, and this is an added bonus, but if you live in Canada, you probably know who Bob Cole is, and you also probably know who Steve Dangle is. He's the reason why I started making these videos. If you don't already listen to Steve Dangle podcast, shame on you, you should, it's hilarious, but I want you to look up his latest podcast. I just finished listening to it twice, this part, and it kills me. It's so funny, I cannot stop laughing. Go to about 56 minutes of his latest podcast till the end. It's titled 50 Shades of Bob Cole. Figure out the title for yourself, what it means, but it is the funniest thing I've ever heard. It's Steve Dangle reading 50 Shades of Grey in a Bob Cole voice. It's priceless. It is so funny. So if you want a good laugh, look that up. I think you'd enjoy it. I know I did. Anyways, okay, that really is all.